He rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
What is good, everyone? This is Kuzu Ranger coming at you from Japan. Today I'll be talking about food, misconceptions of the Japanese diet, and my own personal cravings. First, let me debunk some of the stereotypes. No, sushi is not the staple meal of the Japanese people. Yes, you can find sushi easily, but people don't eat it every day. There are high-end sushi bars, but most people go to the family-style chain restaurants that serve dollar plates of sushi riding on conveyor belts like toy trains. Pretty cool, actually. And if you want to barf, try eating the sea urchin sushi or mayonnaise-covered fermented bean sushi. How about tofu, you ask? Yeah, tofu is pretty common, but then again, not really. It's almost always served as a side dish, kind of like the US version of potato. People eat it at home, but never in restaurants. And since vegetarians and vegans are practically unheard of in Japan, tofu is not cherished as an alternative source of protein like, say, in California. It seems like ramen, udon, and soba noodles are the most common type of food overall. Unlike the cheap crap that costs 10 cents back home, ramen here is very filling, very oily, and nearly always costs around 7 or 8 bucks. Udon to me is rather bland and boring. Soba is marginally better and healthier, and ramen is easily the most unhealthy yet tasty of the three. One of my favorites is a soy sauce based ramen with some sauteed garlic cloves on the side. We all know that Japanese love rice, so much so that many eat it every meal of the day. Rice, miso soup, fish, and veggies are considered a typical breakfast for many. Luckily for me, there are endless amounts of bakeries, but of course almost none have bagels. Cereals have been popular for years, and yet there are literally only 5 fucking choices available. Frosted Flakes, Cocoa Pebbles, Corn Flakes, Raisin Bran, and granola. I kid you not. I can't tell you how much I yearn for some Cinnamon Toast Crunch or something simple like Life. For lunch, half my coworkers go out to tiny mom-and-pop home-cooked tiny restaurants located in the first floor of apartments or buildings. The other half either bring lunch boxes from home or buy them from convenience stores. And don't forget onigiri. These are rice balls filled with fish or pickled veggies, which are a massively popular snack for any time of the day. You may also think that Japanese have a healthy diet. On the whole, this is certainly true when comparing to your typical fatty Western nation. Stats show the US at the top of the charts with a 30% obese population, while Japan is at the bottom with only 3%. Yet with the increasing Western influence and crappy foods being served in Japan, I'm honestly amazed I don't see more fat people in Japan. Ramen, as I said, is filled with oil and fatty pork, often served with oily pot stickers of fried chicken on the side. Yakiniku restaurants, literally meaning cooked meat, often serve cheap fatty meat. Popular Japanese dishes like yakisoba is just greasy soba fried with sauce. Takoyaki are these pancake balls filled with raw octopus drenched in mayonnaise. There's tempura, which is assorted deep-fried fish and veggies. Okonomiyaki is a cabbage and pancake-like mixed veggie and meat pie also covered in mayonnaise. I shit you not, but the most common pizza from Domino's or Pizza Hut is, again, covered in mayonnaise. And you wonder why Japanese love bukkake. And did I mention chicken? I've never seen so much fried chicken in all my life. I'd argue that this may be the most often consumed individual food in all of Japan after rice. No joke. Additionally, there's a huge assortment of popular family chain restaurants like Denny's, Royal Host, and Big Boy, where things like hamburger patties, steaks, fried chicken, french fries, and dessert always attract customers. We can easily guess who has the most McDonald's restaurants in the world. Yeah, it's the US. But would it surprise you to know that Japan is number 2 with more Mickey D's than Canada, the UK, and Germany combined? Japan also has the 3rd most Kentucky Fried Chicken stores in the world, and the 4th most Pizza Huts. There are also more than 1,300 Mr. Donut stores throughout the country. What I'm trying to say is that Japan has a very eclectic diet of both extremely healthy and extremely shitty, greasy, nutritionless food. In general, it's not hard adapting to the Japanese diet. There are enough choices out there that you can completely avoid traditional foods if you wanted, and yet you'd be a fool to do that. But at the same time, the scarcity of ethnic food is one of the hardest things about living in Japan. Case in point, I come from California, where Mexican food is a staple food source. There are very, very, very limited amount of Mexican restaurants, and even then, you'd have to be a professional investigator to find one that is actually authentic and good. Once in a blue moon, you'll find something like Vietnamese food, but the pho soup is so watered down, and Japanese despise the flavor of cilantro leaves that it has no flavor at all. The most common and promising ethnic food choices are without a doubt Italian and Indian restaurants, which are not that bad. What? Did you say you like fruit? In Japan it costs anywhere between $1 and $5 for a fucking apple injected with growth hormone. How about some raspberries, you say? No, they don't exist. You want some watermelon? Be prepared to shell out no less than $10 to $15 for one the size of a rugby ball. When you think about it, people can adapt without their old friends by making new friends. People can deal with a different language by learning a new one. People can handle cultural differences by adapting to the new culture. But there is no cure for being deprived of the foods that you loved. Try making a list of the top 5 dishes that you absolutely could never go without. You got it? Now imagine how it would feel like never to be able to eat those delicious dishes while living in Japan. Such is the plight of Kuzu Ranger. Peace.